It has been a great time at the show here in New York. I gained a tremendous amount of insight about the brands in attendance, and I believe you did too. As you can see, watchmaking is not just about telling time, but more about creativity, design, engineering, and expression, mixed in with a little bit of fun. I had a great time here, and I believe you did too.
See like the world time on the back. Crazy that is.
It's made of marble. Ah, okay. Okay, because they have to register you. Ah, okay. Okay. No, but that's really high.
Luxury Bazaar were there, and they just had just a massive amount of mangas. There's been a lot of manga at the show, like on people's bridges.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Yeah, all of my adjectives are gone.
Oh man.
I'm gonna the first meteorite went off. Let me know when you need it.
Whoa.
Okay. This one.
So it's a very aviation-inspired brand. However, you know, what we're trying to do is bring a lot of watchmaking back to British soil. So this is the watch that we just did that with.
That is a specific place.
So this right here is our manufacturing movement right now that we're doing in our facility on Henley-on-Thames. It's a 35,000 square foot facility that is extremely impressive. You can see here obviously a little display of, we have a beautiful boutique set up there. We have watchmakers in-house. This is the partnership that we did right now with the Greenwich Observatory in Greenwich, London. As you can see some of the detailing in the front. If we start on the front of the watch, the main thing you're going to see is that red ball, you know, the red, that's a power reserve indicator. So we have a 65-hour power reserve indicator.
Really?
Yep. It's a full automatic movement with a tungsten rotor. When you flip it over, this is where the magic is going to kind of happen, right? So the most amazing thing of this watch that nobody has ever done, you won't find anything, not even in this room, obviously. See this gold kind of bronze ring you see outside?
Yes.
That's an actual piece of the Meridian line from Greenwich, London, from the ground, that was taken. It was melted, and then it was utilized to decorate the movement. So we have it sandwiched right between the movement and the actual sapphire crystal.
Oh,
We're
wow.
only doing 150 pieces in stainless steel.
Wow. Now, what is something like this go for?
So this one's
price
going to
point?
be retailing for $16,995.
Okay.
Right now, there's only 2 in the world of these here at Watch Time, and then the one that we had over in our facility on Henley-on-Thames for the actual launch. We just launched it 4 days ago, so it's brand new. It's something that's been in the pipeline for a little while. We've been wanting to make our own movement.
Am I seeing 2 different types of metal here, or just 2 different finishings?
So it's 2. Well, this is a DLC coated
Gotcha.
barrel in the inside. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so you're seeing kind of a contrast on there. It is a high polish finish. It kind of plays with the lighting a little bit.
Now, is that 16? Is that price point kind of average for most of the Bremont lines?
No. So
or-
definitely this one's going to be more of the higher end of the spectrum when it comes to stainless. Because the stainless, you know, this is a historical limited edition that we're doing this year. Only 115 stainless, 75 rose gold, 75 white gold.
Okay.
Most of our stainless, like for example, this GMT piece right here, 300-meter dive watch, is $4,195.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Definitely competitive.
our pricing is definitely going to be more in tune to that. You know, this one, $3,400 in stainless for the broadsword. So it's going to be, I would say, between the $3,400 to $6,000 on the higher.
Gotcha.
You know, depending on what it is, chronos and whatever functions the watch has.
Gotcha. What kind of movements are you guys playing around with? Are you all in-house?
So no, our goal is to obviously get to that point where we're, you know, bringing in-house to everything we do. However, now in our core range watches, we're gonna have, you know, like modified ETA movements, Valjoux movements,
Gotcha.
things that have been tried and true, used by everybody.
Workhorses, basically.
And you can't mess it up, but they're not off the shelf. So obviously, you know, if you do a virtual tour in our facility, you'll see that it'll rival, like, you know, any Swiss watch house out there. It's really state of the art. But yeah, we modify the added movements.
Gotcha.
This one just came out.
Knurling.
So all our Martin Baker watches, which is a partnership that we have with Martin Baker. Obviously, as you see here, the Martin Baker ejection seat back there. That's not just for looks. We actually eject our watches. So when the Martin Baker, when they do the testing on their chairs, they'll put one of our watches on their dummy, and it gets shot out. It goes through 30 G's to force. It goes through 0 to 700 miles an hour in under 0.6 seconds. We go through the same corrosion salt testing that they put the chairs through. We freeze our movements. We test them, and after, they're 99.998% accurate.
What's your price point for them? Like,
These will be $2,300. I would say this is a
not a trick question, but just curious, like, by making watches with this repurposed plastic, what kind of impact is it kind of making?
So, I mean, even though we're making it permanently, we're going to continue collecting the plastic. It's not taking that much plastic out of the ocean, but we as a company are climate neutral now.
Gotcha.
So we are working with a partner that actually takes plastic bottles out of the ocean as much CO2 as we produce. So we calculate how much CO2 we produce. We let them offset that. So we are actually certified climate neutral.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
At our factory, there's only roughly about 20 watchmakers that make these Grand Seiko high beats and mechanical movements. So this new movement, because it's so unique, we can't train all of our watchmakers on it at once. Otherwise, we're not producing any watches, right? So we can only pick out one here and there. So there's
Sounds
only
like a promotion to be able to do certain.
Oh yeah. This is totally different than anything we've ever done before. So for this watch, we're, our capacity is only a few watchmakers out of, the 20 that are making all of our Grand Seiko movements, the mechanical movements. So to find one right now is a huge pain. The other thing is the dual impulse escapement, which is a unique Grand Seiko innovation that took us about 10 years to develop. So a lot of innovation.
A lot of engineering into that.
Oh yeah.
And what's the price point for this one going for?
This one's $9,100. So great price segment. Definitely a lot for what you're getting. Like we're waiting for them to clear customs actually right now. But like
these are
the
gone.
reception was insane.
These are gone. It's almost like pulling the dial color is pulling that vintage
Oh yeah.
tape. Yeah, these are gone.
So very successful to say the least. 37.3. Good eye.
Beautiful. And same price point no matter what dial color variation.
Correct. All basically the same, just varying dial colors, and this one has a tempered blued second hand. So this one, one of our customers called it a pistachio color. Like, you know what? It works.
If it works for you, I'll take it.
So the concept behind this is actually in northern Japan, where we make the watches. There's this beautiful region called the Genbi Valley, and there's this this image that was basically the inspiration. It's a picture of the Iwai River flowing through the Genbi Valley. So this is about the same color as the river itself, where the shades of green come from the trees and the bushes that kind of surround the jagged edge of the valley.
That's unique to Grand Seiko, like inspiration.
Absolutely. It's kind of our signature at this point. Guys, how we doing?
What
Welcome.
drove you to 37? Was it just the versatility?
Market demand is certainly one of the reasons, I can assure you. We have a wide variety of sizes. Our best selling is 40. So, yeah, please jump in. We're all family here, right? So the whole concept of nature and time and how the flow of the seasons in Japan, basically like the concept of 24 seasons in Japan is inspiring many of our designs. So in Japan they have every 2 weeks is like a new season basically.
Wow.
So there's 24 what they call seki or seasonal phases, and a lot of our watches draw inspiration.
Well, gang, this concludes the show at Watch Time New York. We had an amazing time looking at all the amazing brands that were out here to showcase what was new. Be on the lookout for some upcoming new videos and content at the Watch Factor, and I'll see you when we get home. Take care.